actually only do 4 million? I mean, there is no party buff. And not to mention, right, with a paladin, if you're not in a party, you do 60%. There is a skill that makes you do 60% more damage. So yeah, it was like done for solo play to make it easier to solo play. In Trizion, you don't have a party. Now, in the raids, do you have a party or not? So you lose that 60% then. So yeah, obviously it does more. Yeah, Artist does 10 million, dude. Yeah, after the 16% buff, sure. True. But I mean, like, that's for solo, dude. Like, in a raid, you're always in the party. Even when you're bussing, your party is dead, right? You're still in the party. Alright, second brain damage of the day, boys. Let's go. Second brain damage. Okay, let's read up on this then. So, about DPS Paladins from an actual endgame DPS Paladin player. An actual endgame DPS Paladin player? Interesting. 228 up doodles, by the way. So, yeah. DPS Paladin only became viable on the very, very late endgame, thanks to some very specific gear. So I do not recommend DPS Paladin in the current stages of either Russia and AEU server. The Paladin is expected to go through a rework in March anyway, so a lot will change. What? I don't think, I think like when in the March rebalance, no one expects Paladin rebalance, to be honest. I think Paladin is already really, really strong. In terms of its support, of course, not its DPS. Enjoy the class while it is and play as support during the time. Well, at least this one is there, at least, so yeah. So, yep. What even changed for Hornet game? There is nothing for us, so yeah. 1556 DPS Paladin Korea here have no fixed group. Yeah, obviously you don't have a fixed group. Who wants to take you? And just go out in the wild and clearing through Abrashoot Heart phase 4. And constantly getting into the best for player thing and all in common groupies. No, I'm not overgeared for my level of content. The thing is, right? This is like, you know, I don't think this is the truth right here. I don't think so. Now that with out of the way, the visual build being viable has come up quite recently. Why? Because since Abrashoot Heart hit, so did Ancient Tier accessory. 6.4 million DPS based on 2 minutes in Trixion. Compared to that to a Scrapper Gun Lancer who only does 4 million with even gear score. Here is the difference though. This guy can do they actually only do 4 million? I mean, there is no party buff. And not to mention, right, with a Paladin, if you're not in a party, you do 60%. There is a skill that makes you do 60% more damage. So yeah, it was like done for solo play to make it easier to solo play. In Trizion, you don't have a party. Now, in the raids, do you have a party or not? So you lose that 60% then. So yeah, obviously it does more. Yeah, Artist does 10 million, dude. Yeah, after the 16% buff, sure. True. But I mean, like, that's for solo, dude. Like, in a raid, you're always in the party. Even when you're bussing, your party is dead, right? You're still in the party. So yeah, based on Trizion, yeah, that's basically how it is right there. Yeah, I know, Jewel, I know. You said that already, but yeah. But I mean, that's basically what it is. Besides, like a Trizion here, training dummy here, doesn't mean anything, dude. Doesn't mean anything. So yeah, it really doesn't mean anything. Legit bait, probably, yeah. Only when the DPS Paladin had Gather 6 engraving did it suddenly start to shine and actually compare with other DPS classes. Actually kinda higher than average if you look into the numbers. No, if you know math, right? Like, everyone can go 6 engraving as well. It's not just a Paladin that can go 6. Like 0 times 10 is still 0, you know? If let's say DPS Paladin, so right now DPS Paladin does like half of like a Berserker. So let's say it's 1, and then Berserker does 2 damage, right? With 6 engraving, a Berserker would do 12, while a DPS Paladin would do 6. Either way, like, where does the math go? I don't get it. Like, what numbers, dude? I don't get it. What level is he? 1556, Frost. 1556. So, yeah. Has 2 playstyle that require different stats. When do we as playstyle enjoy more? You can do it on Trizion and in the training dummy part. Because training dummy, you can set up your own engraving. So, yeah. He can't be serious. So, yeah. Baiting people. But let's say you need 6 engraving, 5x3, and 1. These 6 engraving are meant to fix the weak points of DPS that it actually can function properly. These mostly includes fixing low crit chance and low crit damage. Huh? But everyone has similar crit damage unless they run Sharp Blunt. The fact that most DPS class don't really benefit from 6 engraving helps about 4% damage increase. So what about you then? It's the same thing. So, okay, what does he go? What 5x3 and 1 does he go? And tell me that increases damage like more than 4%. So what that takes full damage from it, 50% damage increase. Oh, he's talking about his class engraving, Judge level 1, wasn't it? It's not 15% by the way, unless you're using full blue skill. So yeah, and other classes can make use of this as well. And they take Hawkeye. Hawkeye is another one, probably. So yeah. Pretty good Nilios. Or actually take like Gun Lancer. He was talking about Gun Lancer, right? Gun Lancer get 20% damage increase from like, wait, was it 20? 12% from combat stance level 1. So yeah, in other words, if you don't get 6 pieces in the very least weaker than other DPS by at least 15% in theory. No. This isn't even true. In reality, you'll do about 70% of other DPS classes. I guess, I mean, this one is not that bad, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, it's still overestimating, but I guess it's there. So, yeah. So, they don't plan on having a original API, which makes the site like Loawa impossible. Yeah, maybe. Wait, what? Wait, did like someone say something earlier? Scrapper damage this low? No, scrapper damage is not low. No, it's the other way around. You are inflating the DPS Paladin number because they are not in the party. And in the raid, you're always in the party. I feel like he's not pulling numbers out of his ass? Maybe. I don't know. So, let's read up. Let's read up right here, you know. DPS Paladin was a thing at launch at the very early days of the Paladin. The Blessing Aura was quite a mess. Well, no one cares about this. When it releases, it was kind of like busted. No one takes Bard when it released because like Paladin is just way better. But yeah, that was like 2 years ago. So it doesn't really matter at this point right there. Okay, we change this, we skip this. Since then, Smilegate has constantly updated the Blessing Aura and supportive skill set, which has brought the support Paladin to mainstream. Unfortunately, the Judgment Engraving has barely changed since launch, along with the blue skill, which is one of the main reasons why DPS Paladin has died out. Yeah, because there is no reason. Dude, if you take a DPS Paladin, you still ask for like a support Paladin, support Bard in the same party anyway. So what use are you when you're doing less damage to begin with, you know? Might as well just take like another DPS, you know? It's not like he's taking support skill. He said he's using blue skill, all 8 blue skill, which is still bad DPS by the way, but yeah. That's basically how it is right there. These are the engravings. Grudge, Sharp Blunt, Blitz, Mass Increase, Adrenaline, and Judge. Yeah, but I mean like this is basically what every DPS use, right? So it comes down to this again, right? You know, when you have like, let's say they do 70%, like it's not even 70, it's like half of the damage right there. We know this already because like people have done it at like Abroshoot as well. Like they do about half. Like 1 times 6 is still 6, and then 2 times 6 is still 12. Either way, you're still doing half. So yeah. It's just like, I don't know. Trust me when I say even though class can dish out high DPS right now, the word dysfunctional will constantly be yelled at the back of your head. That's because it is actually dysfunctional, including your brain as well. There is a March rework coming up. The DPS Paladin is expected to be one of those classes to be either fixed or completely butchered, like once the meta hybrid Paladin. Or the hybrid Paladin. This hybrid Paladin here does not work to begin with anyway. Because that requires you to stay still 24/7. And no boss lets you stand still for 24/7. Maybe Voltan do. But after that, no. So yeah, stick to being a support. It ain't a path for all the weak heart. Not to mention quite expensive as well. You'll be needing to buy all the most expensive engravings. Yeah. Well, that's what it is right there. Feel free to ask questions. For those who shout out, it's outrageous blasphemy. I reply with this. You never miss a chance to use this code as a paladin, my friends. Yeah, I mean like you can use this. Just don't run with me. So yeah, because I don't want to get gimped. I don't want my party to be bad damage. I want my party to be good. So yeah. Thank you for the follow, guys. Welcome. 80% damage. Imagine going DPS Holy Knight. Yeah. Half is pretty intense. I was hoping at least 70%. Unfortunately, that's how the scaling does, dude. So yeah. Sing it and game right, and what do I do before that? I get rejected as DPS Valley with a dog shit sense. I mean like even then still it's still bad basically elite, you know. his numbers from Trizion, right? Trizion, like as a support, you have like the skill that gives you 60% extra damage. Yeah, obviously you're gonna do more. At that point, you take a DPS artist then. DPS artist is super strong right now. It's right now king in Trizion, but obviously you know that's not real number, right? Because in the party, you don't do that 60% extra damage. So yeah, that's how it is right there. TLDR here. DPS Paladin only become viable on the very late end game, thanks to some very specific gear. So I do not recommend using in the current stages of either Russia and AEU server. The Paladin is expected to go through rework in March anyway, so a lot will change. Enjoy the class while it is. Wait, he said it at above actually. So yeah. Highest DPS went to Deathblade though. MVP from today's raid. Where is the MVP? Everyone in the party has similar eye level. Highest DPS went to Deathblade. So basically, you don't do more than this then. Wait, so if you're not MVP, then how do you know you're doing like big damage, dude? You're clearly not even like above the Deathblade. And Deathblade is one of the thing. His MVP raid proof. Let's see here. Killed Abel Shield Helmut as DPS Paladin. Trust me, it's insane. It's not even close. Okay, this Deathblade here does 20%. He does 20%. 20% above. This thing here, this thing means 20%. So he's not even close to like the Deathblade damage. It's not even close. Like he's doing like 3/4 of what the blade does. So yeah. Oh, his weapon is white glow. The blade is not even white glow. The lance is not even white glow. So his weapon is higher enhancement level. Don't say that this is like, you know, a similar item level, because your weapon is clearly higher, dude. Well, you get it right there. You get it right there. You get the point right there, you know. You get the point. So that just explains it, right, you know. So yeah. That's basically that's what you have right there. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is pretty big copium right there. Quick mass, by the way. Joes, thank you for the prime sub, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. And thank you everyone for the follow as well. Welcome, dude. So yeah, and that's our second brain damage of the day, boys. Second brain damage of the day. DPS Paladins right there. So yeah, I explain it in a little bit here. If people are like, you know, 228 up doodles and everything right here, do check out this video. Because yeah, you will see this right here. You will see what I mean right there. But yeah, this is not even close. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but this is not even close. Especially when your weapon is higher enhancement. So yeah. Alright, well, another case closed, another brain damage achieved. Let's go. Well, that's good, I guess. That's good, say.